Hey Marcus,
Hey, Greg.
how you doing, buddy?
Oh, how you doing?
Fine. I'm hungry.
You're hungry.
I'm hungry.
I have a solution.
Tell me the solution.
We're cooking.
What are we cooking?
What do you prefer?
Some good old-fashioned American chili made in Rosbish Boomish.
That's a good idea.
Okay?
Yes.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. All right, man. Okay, man. So here we are. That was our outro. Cheers.
Cheers.
Okay, so we're gonna make this nice chili.
Okay. Tell me what do you need for the chili?
So first of all, this is called the Chuckwagon Edition.
Chuckwagon Edition, okay?
Do you know what that means? A chuck wagon?
Chuckwagon. Is it the Western wagon?
Yes, with the horses.
Yes, okay.
Right? And on the back they have all the pots and the pans for cooking.
Okay.
Right? Like the pioneers.
Okay.
Chuckwagon Edition.
Chuckwagon Edition. So it's in Western style.
Western style. Okay?
Cool. Cool.
So, if you want to cut up these onions.
Okay.
Okay, and these knives are sharp. Are they sharp?
This is sharper. Because I'm very careful about you.
Okay.
I have the sharp one. Okay.
Okay. So, just cut up the
onions.
Yeah.
Okay, onions.
Yeah. And I'm gonna cut these up here.
So, Greg, tell me, do you often cooking?
Yes, I often do cook.
Okay, that's cool.
I cook a lot at home.
Okay.
Because I don't like to eat out so much. Hast du ein Apfel? Yeah, so I enjoy cooking. I cook a lot at home.
Okay.
Da? Yeah. So, yes, I do cook a lot at home. I cook a lot of fish and rice and vegetables, stuff like that. What about you?
Oh, I'm cooking goulash or rouladen or some cool shit. You can invite your friends.
So
and
you
then we hang out and we eat. In the summertime we made pulled pork outside in my garden. So yes, we cook very often.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Is it typically German type stuff?
Yeah. So all my friends are interested in cooking. So
Okay. That's cool. And of course, this show is the big news with John and Greg.
John.
We love John, but we lost him.
Yes.
John's on a special assignment at a secret location.
Yeah.
Doing some other work.
Yeah.
So we're here inventing things to do.
Yeah.
Because we don't have much to do. So we're just here cooking. We're making a cooking show.
A cooking show, yeah.
Right? The big news. Chuckwagon Edition. Tell me about what you cooked the other day. You cooked an Eintopf.
Yes.
What was it?
Oh, I cook it in a ceramic pot.
Right.
And you said me it was good Eintopf.
I liked it.
Yeah.
It was with Schweinfleisch.
Yes, with pork.
Pork.
With pork.
Pork. Yes. Yes, that's exactly right.
Yeah.
That's cool, man. Do you have a favorite generation, or like a favorite decade?
Decade. Explain, please.
Decade. 50s, 60s,
Oh,
70s.
okay. The 80s.
The 80s.
Yes, I like the 80s.
Why?
First, I was born in the 80s.
What year?
1982.
82?
Yes.
Okay.
So, I must remember.
Yes. What's that word in German?
Schürze.
Schürze?
Schürze.
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 With R.
Schürze. That's what the women have.
Yes.
Schürze.
Schürze.
It's the same word, right?
Schürze. Yeah.
Schürze. For the Frau auch.
Schürzen, yeah.
Okay.
And when you're hunting, you're Schürzenjäger.
Schürzenjäger, genau. Schürzenjäger. Ganz genau. Okay, so you like the 80s?
Yes, the 80s.
Why?
Oh, I like the 80s because there were a big change in the pop culture. So there was crazy things. Do you remember the 80s? What do you think what was crazy in the 80s?
For me, I like for me the most I think was the music.
The music.
That was the most popular thing for me was the music in the 80s.
In the music, yeah.
Because of, you know, you had the European influence.
Okay.
You had ABC, Spandau Ballet, Billy Idol.
Billy Idol, yes.
Remember him? You had Duran Duran.
Duran Duran, yeah.
So I like the 80s music. That's probably the most popular thing for me is the 80s music. But there's a lot about the 80s to talk about.
Yeah.
You had we had the Cold War.
Okay, yeah, that's right.
Right, Ronald Reagan and Mikhail Gorbachev.
Yeah.
The Wall.
Yeah.
That was that big here? Was that a big deal here?
So I was so young, I don't know. I don't remember about this. Only I hear it in special 80 shows. So they have reports from this time.
Like history shows.
Yeah, history shows. Yes.
Oh, so you didn't watch it in real time.
Mm-hmm.
You watched it only from the history show.
Yes.
So in 1989 is when the Berlin Wall came down.
Yes, here in Germany. That's right.
Was it a big deal?
Yes, it was a big deal here. So Ronald Reagan was here to visit the German and has said to Mr. Gorbachev, please make the wall down.
Take this wall down.
Take this wall down. Yeah.
And what did Gorbachev say?
I don't know what he said, but it happened. It happened 2 years later, 1989. So, and he said it 1987.
So he took the wall down.
Yes.
And then so, what was it like living in Germany with the wall coming down?
So everybody was happy. Everybody was happy, and many families come together. So because the half one in the east and the half one in the west, and they have no chance to meet them on Christmas, for example, or something. And when the wall is down, so the family was together. So this was a cool thing, yes.
And did you have any family in the east?
No, I have not family in the east.
Why not?
I don't know.
You have never had family in the east?
No.
Do you have friends from the east?
Yes. I have friends that come from the east, but they are so young. They was born when the wall was down. So it was born in the in the latest 80 years or in the 90s.
So you don't have old friends like me.
Yeah.
Right? You don't have old friends.
Yes.
You have young friends.
I have young friends, yes. I have old friends too.
Right. But they're not from the East Germany.
Yeah.
So what do you think life was like in East Germany? What was it like?
At this time? Or since?
Like during at actual time in East Germany, what was it like?
When the wall exists.
Yeah, when the wall exists.
I think it was a hard time. It was not so easy as in the west side. So we have more free. We have more. What is free?
Freedom.
Freedom. We have more freedom.
And in the east, there was no freedom.
No, it was a stranger life, I think. So I only heard from people that live in this era, and say that was not so. They say They had nothing. They had nothing.
They have nothing.
So yes, they say we had nothing.
Were they communist? Was it communism? Do you know?
In the DDR?
Yeah.
Yes.
It was communism.
Communism, yes.
I see. And so the people they didn't have McDonald's or
No. All cool shit from the West they don't have. They don't have bananas.
no bananas?
No.
Are you kidding me?
There's a joke. I tell you a joke.
Oh, that was a joke.
No, I tell you a joke.
Oh, okay. Tell me a joke.
If you're not sure where's east and where's west, yes?
Right.
Take a banana, put it upside on the wall, and the side with a bite. There is the east.
That's right. Because they want the banana.
Yes.
Yes. Eastern Germany. And so then was it a problem when so many Eastern people came to Germany? Was it difficult?
No.
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 It was regular.
They was welcome. They was. We are happy that we are now a whole land. So
a whole country.
A whole country. So that was a cool thing that we come together.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And then in 1991, I think the other countries started to break away from Russia, right?
Yeah.
Right, like Czechoslovakia and whatnot. They started to break away.
Okay.
And become independent.
Mm-hmm.
And then you had NATO, right? But NATO was actually before 1989, right? I don't know.
Special question.
No, NATO was after World War II. Yeah, it was after World War II. So they made a deal to make a pact. So if you strike one country, you strike them all. So NATO was before 1989. That's cool. So then, what was life like? What was it like living here in the 80s?
I was too young to remember it. I was born 82 when I remember I go in school in 1989. Mm-hmm. That is what I remember this time.
Right.
So the last year or the last 2 years.
Right. Remember our space shuttle? You remember the space shuttle?
I remember. I know about the space shuttle. His name was. Excuse me. What was the name? I forgot.
Challenger?
Challenger, yes. He was broken 70 seconds after start.
Yes.
So, and I know that there's several persons was inside. So a teacher.
Yeah. Kristen McCullough.
Yeah.
Okay. Kristen McCullough.
Yeah. That was a shock for the whole world.
It was a shock for the whole world.
Yes. And you see that program.
So here's the thing. It was a shock for the whole world. But even in Germany, it was a shock. In Germany, it was a shock.
In America, it was not a shock?
Yes.
Yes.
But in Germany, it was a shock.
Yeah.
That's interesting because whenever something happens in Germany, we don't care.
You know,
really,
I don't know everything what happened here.
No, we know nothing. How many people know Olaf Scholz? Olaf Scholz is the Chancellor of Germany in America. Nobody knows this. Nobody knows this. How many people in America know who the Prime Minister of Canada is? Do you remember his name? The young guy?
No.
Justin Trudeau.
Trudeau, okay.
Yeah.
He's very young, yeah?
Yeah, he's like 48 years old or something.
48 is young?
For a president.
Oh. Shit, I think you had to make me home because I was 40 this year.
You'll be 40?
Yes, this
Nuh-uh.
year. Yeah.
You'll be 40 years old?
Yeah.
Do you have a girlfriend?
No.
You don't have a girlfriend?
No.
Are you available?
Yeah, I'm available.
You are available
Yes.
to have a girlfriend.
Yeah.
Do you want a girlfriend?
Good question. Yes.
You want a girlfriend.
Yes.
What kind of girlfriend?
What kind of girlfriend?
Yeah.
A nice girl.
A nice girlfriend.
A nice girl. So, but let us talk about the 80s. More about the 80s.
More the 80s?
More the 80s. So,
okay.
What do
you want a girlfriend from the 80s? Who knows about the 80s?
Who knows about the 80s? Yes. She can be born in the 80s.
Born in the 80s.
Born
Yes,
in the 80s. Yes. Okay. When she know about also the 80s and they lived in the 80s, I think she was too old.
Okay. So a girl from the 80s.
Yeah.
Like you.
Yes.
That's cool. So we had the in 1991 the Soviet Union fell apart. All right. So then you got the independent countries. What else from the 80s?
So, do you remember the crazy clothes in the 80s?
Oh, the crazy colors.
Yes.
We had parachute pants.
Yeah. You have a red jacket with big shoulders, long hairs, many hairspray for the woman and the man. Oh shit.
Yes, that's exactly right. And you know what I remember about the 80s? Do you know something I remember about the 80s? There's something big. There's something very different from the 80s and today.
Yeah.
The biggest thing is pornography. Pornography.
Okay.
Why?
Why?
Well, in the 80s...
In the 80s, the girls was not shaved.
The girls were not shaved. So that was a big problem. So that... that was a big problem. So then, in the 80s, you had magazines and you had a cassette, a VHS cassette to watch a movie.
Yes.
And you had to rewind it.
Yes.
And now, I don't know for sure, but somebody told me that you can find it on the computer. This is what somebody told me.
Okay.
Last night.
You don't need a cassette?
I was told last night in Wuhan.
Okay.
That you do not need a cassette. You can find it somewhere on the computer. Okay. Pornography. I don't know where. I don't know what channel. Channel 7, Channel 8. I don't know what channel.
Yeah.
But that's a big difference.
Yeah.
It's a big difference. So, I think what we're going to do is we're going to pause this for a minute and we're going to do some more cutting and cooking, and we'll be back in just a few minutes, okay?
Okay. See you later.
Hold on. What I just do? I'm gonna do pause. So cancel. Just pause right there. Pause. Okay, we're back. This is our next step here. A little bit of olive oil. We'll wait until that gets hot, and then we're going to Fleisch anbraten. Oh, I need my beer. Do you have a beer? Has Brian beer, Mark? Oh yeah, deine Beer's da. Okay, good. So, I see it's not easy making a cooking show. It's kind of difficult. And here we're just going to brown the beef. No big deal. This is how you do it. We're just browning it a little bit here. Maybe a little bit more olive oil. No problem. Put this going here. Your oven, your stove heats up very fast, Marcus. So this is going to be chili. Typical American chili. I hope it works. If not, I'll have a big problem. So let's see here. Pepper. So salt and pepper to begin with, to brown it. We're just going to brown it. That's simple. And then afterwards we'll add some sausage and some ground beef. And that'll be our base, and then we'll add some vegetables. Alright, so that's the en part. Give me a few minutes and we'll start doing the other sections. Okay, here we are back. Another step. This is the sausage and the ground beef step. So this is the some Tex-Mex Zwiebelmetwurst. How do you say it, Marcus? Onion. Zwiebelmetwurst. So we have 4 of these sausages in here that we're going to put in here. To make it work. 4 Stück. 1, 2, number 3 here. So it's chuck beef, so like goulash meat. Then you've got sausage, which is pork. And then you've got ground beef. So you've got all of the really good flavors that's going to make it taste super good. This is basically, we're recreating an actual pioneered Chuckwagon dish that they made in Oklahoma in 1721. This is a recipe from 1721 in Oklahoma on a trail. One night they were hungry and the horses were hungry, and they stopped by this beautiful oak tree and they said, let's make some chili. And so this is a chili. This is the exact recipe from that year under that beautiful oak tree in Oklahoma. And if you believe that, you'll believe anything. So now we just got to make this here brown. And once this is brown, we'll add plenty of onion. It just takes time. This is how you do it. This is how you make real American chili. Marcus, what's your favorite movie from the 80s? Do you have a favorite movie?
There are many movies I like. So I like Ghostbusters.
Okay.
So I like Star Wars. So many movies from Arnold Schwarzenegger. Or
Yeah.
Sylvester Stallone and Rocky.
Yes.
They're cool
Yeah.
movies.
Yeah, so I think one of my favorite movies is Rambo: First Blood.
Oh, okay.
That's one of my favorite movies. And we have a friend named Rambo,
Yes,
right?
that's right.
His name's Rambo.
Renno.
That's cool. We have nicknames for some of our friends here in Rasbis Boomish. Big Mac and Rambo. How did they get their names?
You get the names.
I gave the names, right?
Yes.
Was I drunk?
No, you have made the nicknames that you remember of the names.
But the name,
Because we have two Christians,
right?
and then you say they need nicknames.
And it goes well. It works, right?
It works. It works since
'Cause
5 or 6 years.
Big Mac looks like a Big Mac.
And Renno looks like Renno.
He looks like Rambo. So here we are, starting to get mixed up here. So what we're going to do now is we're going to let this brown up a little bit, and then once it's brown and it's ready to go, I will come back and I'll show you the next step to making this very famous Chuckwagon Edition chili from Oklahoma under that beautiful oak tree that one evening when so many people were hungry in Oklahoma. All right, here we are. Step number 3, maybe? Yeah, step number 3 of our famous chili. We're going to add plenty of onion. You can never go wrong with onion. The onion will render down and it will go small, so we don't care about the onion. Then we'll add garlic. You can never have enough garlic right here. This is good right here. So the onion and garlic are going to get in here with this nice meat. And what we want to do is we just want to soften everything up. Make it kind of soft. Maybe it looks like a lot of onion right now, but it's going to cook for about 2 hours, 2.5 hours. And once it does, it'll go down a little bit. And when it gets dry, you can always add a little bit of olive oil. Not a problem. Keep it kind of moist. But this horse, back in the 1700s, the horse's name was Bacardi. And the horse was tired. It was a 6-man crew on this truck wagon. The main man, his name was Lester. He was an old man, but he was looking for gold in California. So he was heading west from Georgia. And he was going to find some gold. So Lester told Butch, he says, "Butch, I'm tired, I'm hungry." Butch says, "Come on now, man. Let's keep going." And the horse is like, and the horse is saying a bunch of stuff. And so the horse is tired. So when the horse is tired, you got to stop. So Lester convinced Butch. And there was a kid there, he always ate. He always ate food. And the kid's name was Lunchbox. Lunchbox could eat 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So he was happy that they stopped. So you got Lester, Butch, and Lunchbox. And there was a kid who didn't talk much. They called him Shiloh. He just didn't talk much. So you had Lester, Butch, Shiloh, and Lunchbox. The other two, I can't remember their names. I think they might have died along the trail. All right, so now we've got that in there. Okay, now we're going to put in half a Weissbier. This is how you do it. Half a Weissbier. And it just starts cooking. We may need to add a second beer. I don't know. But we'll just have to see how this goes. And this is just going to cook down a little bit here for a while. What we can do is while we're here, we can add some crushed tomatoes. This is a really nice Italian crushed tomato. The cooking shows make it look easy, but truly it's not easy to do all of this really quickly. But this is it right here. Now, some people don't make tomato-based chili. So there's two types of chilies. There's like water-based and tomato-based. I prefer to use tomato. It just comes out better. It's a better product in the end for me. It has a better flavor. And has a better color too. But you can see it's starting to look like chili. I have a third can just in case I want to change the color or make it look like it's more. So it's not a problem. Put that in here. And then I can add the paprika, the red chili peppers. No problem. So this is like a German Eintopf. And I think the people on that chuck wagon going to California looking for gold, they're probably Germans. But I don't know why their name was Lester. Lester's not a German name. I think he might have changed his name because he was running from the law. He was an outlaw. So they had to change their names. Lunchbox, I don't know his real name. But like I said, they call him Lunchbox because he ate a lot of food. So this is real chili right here. So while we're here, we can add some nice spices. Oh, this is the actual chili. No problem. In here I saw some paprika we can use. And I saw here some cayenne pepper. Let's see here. Cayenne pepper. Here, we'll use some cayenne pepper. Ona kefa. Some cayenne pepper. Okay. Some cayenne pepper here. We've got here some chili powder. This is Mexican chili powder. This is all to give it flavor. And we can always add later on. We've added paprika. And we need some cumin here. Cumin gives it a nice flavor. And then as we go, we can just add different things just to make sure it's okay. And then we need our bay leaves too. These are very important. We have some bay leaves here. So, need to find a knife here. So we'll just put in, we're going to put in 4 bay leaves. That's it right there. 4 bay leaves. We're just going to cook this in here just like this. And what we do is we look at it. And when you cook, you've got to make sure that it makes sense. You just can't go by a recipe and say 2 kilos this, 5 ounces this, whatever. You have to look at it and say, okay, does it make sense? And if it doesn't make sense, you add more to it because you can't take away. And then you have to taste it along the way to make sure that it tastes good. So you can always add a little bit of spice to make sure it's to a good flavor that you like. So here we are, we're just doing this here. And then after this gets mixed in, we're going to add some kidney beans. So see, this looks like a real thing here. I think it needs another tomato sauce, because this is going to cook for a long time, for over 2 hours. So I'm going to put in one more tomato sauce that I have here, because you can't go wrong. Can't go wrong with a good Italian tomato sauce. So this is just going just like this. There you go. Now you see it starting to look. Now it looks like something. Looks like an actual dish. This is an American chili. So this is just gonna render down here. This is gonna cook, relax, and we can actually add some kidney beans as well. We have several cans, but we're just going to add the beans, not the water that comes in the beans. That's one. Okay, so we'll just see what it looks like. And then mix it up. And again, what we're doing is we're seeing if it makes sense. If it looks good. Now to me, it looks like it needs one more can of beans, because you look at the proportions and you see there's not many beans in here. There's a burn, this is burned here. That's okay. So I'm going to add another can of beans, because this just doesn't look like enough beans to me. And so now, if you look at it, it makes sense. The proportions, the paprika, the onion, the meat, the sausage, the hamburger, everything, the vegetables, everything makes sense. It looks like it makes sense. We got that nice beer in there. It's going to give it a good flavor. And those garlics are going to make it taste really good. So this is nice here. So I'm looking here if there's anything else I need to add in the meantime. And I don't think I do, but I'll probably add a little bit more cumin. And then some more, you need to add oregano. That's important to add some oregano. Here we go. I have a better way to do it. Just like this here. There's your oregano. That's the 5-second way. The other way is the 1 hour way. Put some paprika in here because it's a lot. And of course, I like this here, this chili powder here. This is going to be good here. And now this looks like real chili. And this isn't my recipe. This is Lester's recipe from 1721 in Oklahoma, on that trail under that beautiful oak tree in Oklahoma. It was just about 35 miles east of Tulsa. There was a small trading post there. You could get stuff from the trading post. Do you know what a trading post is? Do you know what a trading post is? A small general store. Remember, like the old time of the small general stores where you can buy things for horses or flour and sugar, and they're just small basic stores, general store, beer, right, liquor. Yeah, so general store. So this here to me looks like chili. I haven't tasted it yet, but I'll let it cook for a while and we'll see where we get. Okay, so, the jalapeno peppers. Gotta have the jalapeno peppers here. Don Enrico Mexicano Jalapeno Chiles. Gotta have these. So, I'll look for a little, maybe a spoon. And I will put some of these in. Okay, all right. German people don't like it too spicy. They get scared, so. Now we put some chilies in here. Mix it up here. And this is it. All right, so we're going to let this cook for about 2 hours. There's no rush. And we'll let you know how it is in a little while. So see you soon. We're going to hang out and talk, and see you soon. And we'll show you our next step in this wonderful Chuckwagon version that John's not here. We wish he was here, of the big news show with John and Greg. All right, welcome back to our Big News with John and Greg podcast. We're here in Rasbisbomisch, genau? Rasbisbomisch.
Genau.
And our Chuckwagon Edition chili is cooking.
It's cooking now.
And it's looking good. It tastes good. A little spicy. But that's how they had it back in 1721 on the Oregon Trail going to California gold mining.
Okay.
They had it spicy to keep them awake, to keep them warm.
Okay.
Because in the winter it was cold. So that's how we're making it.
Okay.
Lester liked it that way.
So it can make the heating in the afternoon. Can make the heating down.
Yes. Put it number one on the
number one on the.
What's the name of the machine?
Thermostat.
No, the Heiz. Was ist denn Heizkuppel?
Heizkörper.
Heizkuppel. Genau. Okay, very good.
Yeah.
So 80s. You love the 80s.
Yes.
I love the 80s. I'm a little bit older, so I was actually there in the 80s.
Yes, you have more experience from the 80s.
I was actually there, but you got the end of it maybe.
Yes.
Right? I got the very beginning to the end.
Yeah.
And you got the end of it. So why do you like the 80s so much? Why is that better than the 70s or the 90s or the 60s?
I think it's my interest for retro, because I was a young boy in this time, and I remember back, all things was good. You have no problems. Everything was good because I was a child, and I think it's in the retro feeling what I like to say. Yeah, I think it was a better time for me. So,
How about the 1940s in Germany?
the 1940s.
1940s in Germany.
1940s.
The 1940s.
Yes, I don't know.
Were they good or bad?
Half.
They were bad.
Yes.
World War II.
Yes, World War II. Yes.
It's a joke.
Yes. Okay.
It's a
I
joke.
don't understand the joke.
It's a joke, right?
Yes. Okay.
You love the 80s.
I love the 80s.
So the question is, do you love the 40s?
No.
No.
Okay.
That was a bad time.
Okay.
It was a bad time.
Yeah.
But it wasn't the people's fault. It was the politics' fault, right? Just a question of politics.
Yeah.
I mean, you have blonde hair and blue eyes.
Yes. Okay.
Are you from that experiment from the 40s? Are you from the Ubermenschen?
No.
The blonde hair and blue eyes?
No.
You're not.
No.
But you have it.
Yes.
But you're not part of that situation.
No.
You're not.
No. So, the 80s. Talk about the 80s.
For Americans, it's a joke. Scheisse golf for Americans.
Yes.
I don't think you're part of it. It was just a joke.
Yes. Okay.
Maybe Crazy Jens.
Crazy Jens.
Maybe he's a part of it.
Yes. Yes.
He's crazy.
He's crazy. So
what about the 80s? What do you have here?
So, I have some stuff here from the 80s. So, we have something from the pop culture from the 80s. So, that's original stuff, yes?
Uh-huh.
You see, we have music. You remember this kind of media?
Yes.
Yes?
Records.
Okay.
Actual records.
We say LP.
LP?
LP.
Oh, you don't say records.
No, we say LP because Langspielplatte.
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 9.
Yeah. Yes, this is an LP.
Langspielplatte.
This is an LP.
Wow.
Do you know the Frisbees?
No.
No, I don't know. But I find it because they stand 83. I think it's okay.
Okay. Okay.
So, do you know Rock Eats?
No.
I don't know her too.
Is it? But it's from the 80s.
It's from the 80s.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
But now a popular music artist.
Okay.
So.
What do you have here?
We have here Ensemble. So there are many stars. What do you think is here the best song?
I don't know. I know Something About You by Level 42.
Okay.
And that's it. That's the only popular one in America.
Okay.
Was Something About You.
But in America, you know Falco.
Falco.
Yes.
Rock Me Amadeus.
Rock Me Amadeus.
Amadeus.
It was a hit in USA.
Amadeus.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yes, that was a good one. Okay.
So.
And then here's another one.
Yes. So Modern Talking.
Hold it up. So.
Okay.
Yeah. Hold it up. There you go.
Yes. So Modern Talking.
Yeah, Modern Talking.
They were famous in USA?
They were famous in USA.
Okay.
Only for a small group of people.
Okay.
For a small group of people. I think they had a song in a movie.
Oh, okay.
They might have had a song in a movie. Modern Talking.
Okay. So, Talk.
Yes, they had a popular song.
Okay. Billy Ocean.
Yeah, Caribbean Queen.
Yeah.
Pat Benatar. Yes.
Okay, where's the choose?
So let's see the songs on here. Can I see the songs?
Here.
On the back, let's see here. So when the Falco. There's Falco again, but all I know is Rock Me Amadeus.
No, it's Genie. It was a famous song in Germany.
West End Girls, Pet Shop Boys.
Pet Shop Boys.
One of my favorite songs.
Okay, West End Boys.
Yes.
Western girls.
Yes.
Yeah. I know.
Eastern boys and Western girls. A Western town and dead end world. East End boys and West End girls. West End girls. Right? When the going gets tough, the tough get going. Billy Ocean, I know them. I know Pat Benatar, but this song, Sex as a Weapon, I don't know.
Okay.
Thompson Twins, I know. King for a Day was popular, but it was not number one.
Okay.
But it was popular. It was on the radio. Let's see here. Talk Talk. I don't know that song.
Okay.
Life's What You Make It. I don't know that song. And Bolero by Fancy. I don't know that one.
Okay.
So this is more of a European top hits.
Yeah, there's European top hits.
Because our top hits in this time frame would be like would be Falco, right? Taco, Duran Duran, ABC, Depeche Mode, Psychedelic Furs. There was a group called Erasure. Do you know that group, Erasure?
No, Erasure.
Yeah, there was a group called
Erasure.
Erasure. I never listened to it. It was kind of too weird for me.
Erasure. I think it has a song in beginning from the 90s here in Europe. It was a famous song.
Yeah.
Erasure. Always what's the name?
Yeah.
Always.
Erasure had one or two kind of popular songs.
Okay.
So we had your music, but not exactly all of those songs.
Oh, okay.
But I see other stuff here that interests me on the table.
So, series from the 80s. Do you know
Alf?
Alf?
Yes.
So this is original. We say MC.
MC?
MC because magnetic cassette.
Nice.
So, and it's an MC. What do you say on this?
Cassette.
Cassette. We say MC.
No.
Because magnetic. That's
Magnetic cassette.
But
Really?
Yes. So this is Alf. Do you remember Alf?
I remember Alf, of course, yes.
It was a cool series.
He is very popular. And so is this the movie?
No, you can listen to it. It's an MC.
You listen to it.
Yes, it's only for
It's
audio.
not a movie.
This is a kind of podcast from the 80s. So you only can listen to it. It exists, the original series. You can see it on TV. But this is only the audio. You heard the whole series as an audio.
So you have part 1 and part 2.
Yes. I have more parts, but I think it was enough.
I can't believe it. I can't believe it.
Yeah.
Folge 2, Folge 1. Alf.
Yeah.
Wow. So you could probably sell this on eBay for a lot of money.
Oh, I don't know. But I don't want to sell it on eBay.
But there's probably some idiot like me who likes this stuff.
So, and you pay more money.
Pay $100 for it, right?
Okay, 200.
I mean, it's cool.
Yeah.
I mean, this doesn't exist anymore.
Yes, it's very hard to get this in this. What is the kind of in this good
in this good condition?
Good condition, you know. Only collectors have interest for this.
You want to hear something cool?
Okay.
Somebody found, maybe about 5 years ago, they found the area where they put in the ground all of the old E.T. Video cassettes for Atari.
Yes.
Because they were shiza.
Yes.
And they found them. And they dug them up.
That's
they
right.
found the old E.T.
That's right.
videos.
The
video games.
It was the baddest game on the Atari platform.
It was the worst game.
It was the worst game.
Yeah, it was the worst game.
It was the worst game on Atari console.
Yes.
It was not a good deal they made with. They have too far produced the game, so they have no time to.
Too fast to produce it. Yeah.
And they produce shit.
Right.
Yes. But E.T. was a famous movie, so they have a good brand mark. So they say, okay, let us make a. E.T. video game.
E.T. phone home.
Yeah.
E.T. phone home.
Yes.
Right? E.T.
Right,
phone
E.T.
home.
phone home, yeah. So, but we talked about E.T., the Atari game. Yes? Here is an original Atari.
Oh!
Yeah.
Okay, this is cool.
This is the video console where you can put the E.T. game cartridge upside here.
Can you hold it up so people can see it?
Yeah, this is an original
That's cool.
Atari.
And this is the joystick.
2600, yes.
2600.
This is the joystick. Yes.
When did you buy this?
Oh. I don't know. I think I have it with my collector's ideas. I found it by somebody. I say I would like to have this.
That's cool.
Yes.
That's cool.
Yes.
And does it still work?
I don't have try it because I have not the cable. I have not the power
Oh, you don't
cable.
have the cable.
Yes, but I look on eBay that I get it original power
That's
cable.
cool.
Yes.
So the Atari 2600 we had was a little bit different.
Yes, it
It
looks
had
like a
the
wood.
It was wood.
Skin,
Yes.
wood skin. There are three kinds of Atari 360. This is the last edition.
Okay.
So the first edition was this with a wood skin.
My original one.
Yes, it would like the woody.
Yes.
So, and the second was called Darth Vader, the Vader console.
Really, the Vader
yes,
console?
because he looks like the Vader helm.
It was black.
Yes, it was black and a little bit bigger. So, and this is the last one. This is the futuristic skin. Yes, so
That's
it's a little
cool.
bit smaller.
That's cool.
Yes.
But Atari, so why did Atari go away?
Yes, they only stand
That's a
on
good question.
yes, that's a good question. They stand on one line, and there are other companies comes with cooler shit. So Nintendo is starting his era in the middle of the 80s.
Yeah, Genesis.
Sega was Genesis and Nintendo the NES. So they start the NES in the middle of the 80s, so 85, 86. And you get cooler stuff for these consoles, and so Atari has not bring forward the technology for his consoles. But this or next year comes a new Atari.
So I saw online there is a website where they're going to make a new Atari.
Yes.
And it looks like they're trying to get money from people to build it.
A pickup starter.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, we say startup.
A startup company.
A startup. Yes.
Yeah, but it's been for like 5 years, right? I think it's been for 5 years.
Yes, they have long. This idea is long exists. So, but I read that it can happen this or next year. They're finished.
And if you can get the original Pitfall and the original Asteroids,
I have for this.
No, for the new one.
For the new year,
it would be cool.
I think it is possible to play the old games on this.
That would be cool.
Console. Yeah.
Right, go retro.
Yeah, go retro. Yeah.
On a 4K TV.
Yes, but it's not possible to install this on a new TV.
Right. There's no connections.
There's no connections. You can. Yes, that's right.
No connections.
Yeah. So okay, this was the Atari, but
that was cool.
More famous home computer in this time.
I think one of the first ones.
Yes, was the C64.
Commodore C64, and you still have it.
Yes.
And it still works.
It works. It works. You have seen it?
Yeah, because you put on your screen, "Hello, Greg."
Yes, that's right. And we have...
Yes, it works.
It works.
It really works.
And we have today, as in community, they use it for something, to produce new games or something.
So there's
there's
a C64 community.
Yes, it exists.
Really?
Yes.
And they still use it to make
new
programs,
new games.
Really?
Really, it's true. And it was a very popular home computer in England and Germany.
In America too.
Yeah.
Commodore 64.
So it was built in America, so and it's a cool home computer.
Do you remember that movie with Matthew Broderick, War Games?
War Games, yes.
This is what reminds me of War Games.
Okay.
Right, the Commodore 64.
Okay. But it was not in 64 in the movie.
No, it was a Whomper. It was a Whomper 2000.
Okay, yes, it was a big computer.
Yeah, it was a big computer.
Yes.
Do you want to play? Remember that's what it said.
You write it this. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you want to play?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. So this is the stuff I have from original time from the 80s. So I have something, I can feel it, I have it, it's real. So that's cool.
Yeah, I think it's cool that you have things from the 80s that you can actually touch and appreciate and remember.
And I remember the cool times. Yes.
Yeah, they might be called vintage.
Vintage.
Right? Do you know the word vintage?
Vintage.
Alt. Vintage. Wie ein Altimer car. An old timer.
An old timer, yeah.
Right, vintage. Or there's another word called relic. R-E-L-I-C, relic.
Okay.
A relic is maybe more than vintage. A relic.
Mm-hmm.
Like maybe if you find an old ship that's 200 years old.
Okay.
It's a relic.
It's a relic.
Yeah, if you find an old arrow in the ground from 500 years ago, it's a relic.
Oh, okay.
Cool. Right? And then vintage would be this. This is vintage. Then you have relic.
Okay. You're relic, I'm vintage.
Exactly. Exactly. I'm a relic.
Yeah.
I'm a relic. I'm barely alive.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's cool. So this has been the 80s segment of our Chuckwagon Edition podcast with John and Greg with Marco Renno as the guest appearance.
Yeah.
Right? So this was cool. So the food's cooking behind the camera. So when it's ready, we'll make a shot of that, and then you can see what the food looks like. And then maybe we can make a shot of us eating the food.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Right? At the very end.
Yes.
Alles zusammen.
Yes.
Kalu und allem. Alles.
Genau.
Okay?
Okay.
So, thank you, man. Thank you for this cool 80s segment.
Yes.
I have a question for you.
Okay.
Were you offended at all that I made the joke about your blonde hair and blue eyes?
Offended.
Make you feel bad?
No.
No?
No, I was surprised.
You were surprised?
I was surprised.
Okay.
Yes.
Because I wanted to make you feel bad.
Yeah.
I'll think of a new joke.
Yes. You have better jokes, I know.
I have better jokes. I'll think of a better joke.
Yes, you have better jokes.
You're a good man, Marcus.
Thanks.
You're more special than you'll ever know.
Yeah, okay. Thank you.
You understand those words?
Yes.
You're more special than you'll ever know. Okay?
Okay.
Us being here today is not a coincidence.
Coincidence?
Coincidence. That's another word. Coincidence. Not a mistake.
Ah, okay.
A coincidence is not a mistake.
Okay.
It's not an accident. It's on purpose. So us being here is not a coincidence.
No. It's cool that we can do this here.
It's cool.
Yes.
But it's not a coincidence. You'll have to look that up later on.
Yes,
to really,
I'll look later.
To really appreciate what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Okay?
Okay.
Because I don't want to fuck up the podcast. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Marcus. Okay, bye, John. Sorry you're not here, bro. See you next time. Okay, here we are. This is it. This is the final moment of our Chuckwagon Edition here in Germany. Chili from Tulsa, Oklahoma, from under a tree in 1721 that Lester made for lunchbox. Lester. Okay. It's an original Cowboy Chili recipe. We've spent over 2.5 hours making this chili. I hope it tastes good. Marcus is going to test it. If he dies, oh well. You can be the tester. Okay?
Okay.
I don't know how your spices here work. I don't understand the kitchen very well, but I've done the best I can do. Okay? So this is the actual recipe that they used, and I'm going to give you a serving right now, and you let me know what you think. Okay? This is it.
Okay.
This is the defining moment of the Chuckwagon series. And we wish you were here, John. Okay, here we go. All right, there it is.
Okay, thank you.
You have it?
I have it.
All right, so let's see what you think. How does it smell?
The smell is good.
The smell is good?
Smell is good.
Let me smell it. Yep, it smells like chili. And it looks like, yep, you got the goulash meat in there, sausage and the hamburger. You have everything. Okay.
It's very hot. It's very hot.
It's hot. You want my water? You're not dead. You're alive. You're still standing. You have your balance.
That's good.
Is it good?
That's good chili, man.
It's good shit.
Yeah, it's good shit.
Is it really?
Yeah.
So we did it.
Mm.
You took a second bite. You're still alive. You're not dead.
That's cool.
We did it.
We did it.
This is it.
Yes.
Good job, man. So it worked.
Oh, you did a good job.
This was great. So our friends are coming over at what time?
In 1 hour.
In 1 hour. Okay, so that's cool. So everything works well, and it was a good show.
Yes, it was a cool show. It was your first cooking show. Perfect.
Yes.
And the result is very cool.
We have some nice outro music here. Right, to finish the show. It was good.
Yeah.
I had fun.
I have fun too.
It was cool.
Thank you.
You're a good friend, Marcus.
You're a good cooker.
Thank you for having me over.
Thank you.
I really appreciate it. Your friendship means a lot to me.
Oh, thank you.
You understand that?
Yes, I understand. Thank you.
Okay. This has been a good show, man. I had fun. This is it. Chuckwagon series here. And Rockfish, Bluemish. What's the name of the...
What's the mish?
Vassamish. Greetings from Vassamish. This is it. Cowboy Chili. We did it. So, see you next time, right?
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Bye.